But let me just speak on what I speak on, man.
And so I want to be here as a voice to say, I'm proud of my people. I'm happy for my people.
On that, what
Yeah,
inspired music?
when it comes to music, it was like I had to find another way. Of course, I played sports. I was an athlete at the top level. You know, even made it all the way up to the NBDL at the time. It's basically the G League. I was in the streets and I just went and tried out and still made it. I was that good. So like, but once that stopped, I had to find something else to do.
Right.
And I knew I couldn't work a regular job and be happy and be, you know, the person I'm here to be. So I had to figure it out. So I started fucking around with music, and I loved it because I always loved music. I always know the good songs. Like I find a good artist before people can even know it. I'm like, oh, that dude gonna blow, or that's gonna be a #1 song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No Homo sapien on the blow. But yeah, I was just always on point with that. So when it came to me doing it, I knew the beat selection. I knew I was gonna be different. I knew I was gonna come my own style. So yeah, it was all, and it comes from a truthful spot. And how I even do it, I don't even call it. I call my music is like I call it vlogging. Like I vlog on a beat because it's all real. It's nothing made up. So it's like I got vlogging music. Like everything is real life. You can't tell me that you can't hear my music and then you seen it, or you can't hear my music like I ain't do it. It's all there. So yeah, and then most of the time too, like certain things I manifest. I'll be talking in the future. Like before I got my Wraith, my Rolls Royce, I made a song and I told people next year I'm in a Wraith in 100-acre estate. I got it in 8 months.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? My song Blessings and Reflections, I'm saying sitting in the Wraith. I didn't have it yet. Within 4 months I got it because I knew it was coming. So I made this song specifically when I buy it, I'm going to play it when I get it. And I did that. So it's all purposeful. I move with a purpose.
Yes.
So that's what it really boils down to. And then I start freestyling because I was writing it. I felt too robotic. And I knew if I really want the best me, I'm just going to put the beat on and whatever come out, just let it go. And it's gonna form how it does. And it comes out in the purest way. So yeah, I just vlog on the beat, man.
Did you have any significant mentors in your life?
Man, I studied the greats of all time. I studied like the dictators and the ancient people from Socrates. I'm a Stoic, so that's I practice Stoicism. So like Socrates, Plato, you know, Marshall. I just studied the ones that really brought balance to the world. That's just how I always was. So Genghis Khan, Stalin, you know, Mussolini. I studied them types. I didn't have no personal one-on-one mentor because I thought different than everybody else. You know, and when it came to sports, yeah, I had people I hoop with, but my brain. There was nobody like me. I was one of the ones with the brain at all times. So there's no one could really even understand me. I'm a kid. I'm watching History Channel documentaries. Everybody want to watch cartoons.
Right.
I'm watching, you know, Animal Planet, trying to understand, you know, about the periodic, you know what I'm saying, table and all this shit. I want to see about the Stone Age. I'm listening to this. And my brothers didn't want to watch goddamn Power Rangers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was on some knowledge.
Being on it.
Yeah.
That's all I ever indulged in, watching all the wars, World War II, Civil War. I'm trying to understand all this shit, you know? Learning about the, you know, the Constitution and all these amendments. Like, why is the first one, you know what I'm saying, this? Why the second one is this? Like, I'm learning why even in the order of them.
Right.
Like, I always was deep into information and knowledge. That was my thing.
Let me ask this to that because that's something that I'm very interested in, is always knowledge, and I think you can always learn from people.
Right.
And you know, I believe that everyone has like this golden nugget of information that kind of defines them. You know, it's like, because I know this is kind of this is who I am. I have this piece of information that guides me, you know.
Right.
What would that be for you? What is something that you have, like, what information do you have that you could share, that you're willing to share with, you know, our audience, that has helped you in your life and has kind of given you that a purpose, or given you a character, or you know, confidence, or you know, something along those lines?
It's just three like pure seeds that I used my entire life that I realize is the pinnacle of just life of everybody uses. And it's as simple as this: believe in yourself, never give up, and never give a fuck. You do that, you can't lose. If you don't care about outside noise and what people think of you, and you just your pure self, now you could unlimited fire yourself. Like, you could take yourself to a level no one ever seen, because it's only one you. There is no other you. So if you tap into yourself and not care about outside noises and trying to get infiltrated by people's thoughts and concerns, you could go to the biggest you ever be, you know? Right. And then on top of that, if not stopping, because on the opposite side of fear is all your goals and aspirations going to be achieved. That's the devil, is like fear. you know, within the Bible, one of the things that's quoted the most is not having fear. Only thing you should fear is God. So if you're afraid of anything, that's something pulling you back from the greatness.
Right.
You know, anytime you're challenged, if you fight through, you persevere through, that's when you get your, you know, your blessing. So I always realize that. So anything bad happens to me, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do something legendary, something big coming every time, and it never fails. And then, like, of course, just believing. Like, when you believe, that's gonna put forth all the effort. If I truly believe I'm this person, how I'm not gonna put my money up, how I'm not gonna put my time up, how I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's impossible. I believe. I know it's gonna happen. So when you do those things, man, never give up, never give a fuck, and just and believe in yourself. You can't be fucked with. That's the thing people just don't understand. It sounds so cliche, but if you really utilize it and do it 100%, you can never be stopped. You know what I mean?
You're also 6'6".
Yeah, 6'6".
Right.
Yeah, 230 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah. So